Welcome back, people of Tamriel. We are back again, not in Tamriel, and my voice sounds terrible because allergies, and that's the wrong button. But we're in the world of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate again, which is what I try to stream every weekend, and for the last 2 weeks that has been on Sunday. Okay, good, the stream is working. I have really bad allergies, and it is spring, and I live in Idaho, where everyone farms. So, yeah. Hay fever and lots of hay. They go together greatly. So, what is our next thing we have to fight? Peterson's really quiet for some reason. I'm trapping in Koryopeko, no thanks. Herbivore egg hunt. Sure, let's fight a great Wroggi. And also, turn up the volume a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I don't think I need to buy anything. We still can't buy potions, so let us go. I've been looking through the Skyrim mods, and I've found 2 mods that I'm probably going to do. But like, it's kind of surprising trying to find mods that I actually want to do and can be at least vaguely resembling entertaining. Because like, a lot of them I'm like, oh, that's cool, I'm going to use that. But they're not really good for making any videos out of. So Wroggis are just like Jaggies, except they can shoot poison out of their face. They just like puke up poison on you. That one's probably going to disappear before I get to it. Maybe not. Sweet. If I remember correctly, is an area like 8, I mean not 8, area like 9 or 10. Might be area 7 though. Not sure. I haven't really talked all day at all, so I'm hoping that as I continue talking my voice will improve, but I apologize for how I sound right now. No Wroggi here. I'm hoping it's in 10, it might be in 7. I haven't been playing any games really except for Ark recently. Here we go. Yeah, fight. My money's on the raptor thing with poison though. So in my previous video, I actually got copyright, like, it wasn't a strike, so it wasn't as bad, I guess, as an actual copyright strike. It was a copyright claim. Don't ask me how they're different, but they are. For cutscenes, like the one we just watched. So I'm really hoping that Capcom does not claim copyright on the cutscene that we just really watched, because that would be inconvenient, and then if that continues I might have to stop doing these streams, and I like doing these streams. So I don't know, because I watched the video and I was talking through the cutscene that had the copyright claim on it, because I was hoping that maybe, like, if there was other sound in the background of the cutscene itself, then they won't claim copyright on it, but we shall see. Oh crap, I just dodged right into that. Brilliant. Forgot about the whole cloud thing. They didn't give us any antidotes for this? Huh. That sucks. They'll give you antidotes for fighting Rathian, but not for this thing whose main weapon is poison. That makes sense. I guess I'm just going to run around for a while. There we go. Gerrar. Man, this guy's doing a lot of damage to me compared to other things. Don't run into the poison cloud, please. Swing and a miss. I don't know how he makes the poison like explode mid-air like that. Just trying to think of that from like an actual physics standpoint. How would he accomplish doing that? Right in the tail. As far as I know, the only thing we can do to this guy is break his face. Is break the like poison sac on him. And they are immune to poison, which sucks. Makes sense, but it still sucks. Because then they're not hurting each other as badly as they might. I think we're doing pretty well though. It's kind of harder to tell on these smaller monsters how much damage I'm actually doing to them, and if I'm having any real effect. Which is why capturing the weaker monsters is actually a lot harder than capturing the stronger monsters. And you missed. Nobody mind me just kneeling down in the middle of the fight. Wow, that was brilliant performance on this guy's part. Okay, he broke his poison sac. He can probably still use it though. Yep. Oh, it doesn't stay though. Oh, that's useful. Ah, that's awesome. That is really useful. And done. Okay. Sorry if I wasn't super exciting with my narration. These guys aren't really that exciting. I do like their feet. They definitely look like they evolved for some like wet mud environment. Because like they have really huge feet, so they would have the effect of like snowshoes, but not on snow. Instead it would be for the mud. Just weak ground in general. Wow, we killed that guy before my stamina bar dropped. That's awesome. Although he did do a lot of damage. But I'm going to be out of time before I can get to the butterfly. Oh, sweet. Quest completed. Sweet. And someone is watching. Wow. Thanks. Whoever you are. Send it to item box. Armor spheres, that's good. I can't remember if I upgraded my armor to maximum last time. Of course, saving. Because there's no reason not to. Let's see here. Let's check my armor here. And it seems to all be upgraded. Sweet. Okay. And to upgrade this, I need Wroggi stuff. Can we forge any new weapons? Of course not. Wait. Yes, we can form the canine katana. If I remember correctly, this is the one that upgrades into really useful things. So I'm definitely going to want it, but I'm not going to put it on. I just bought it for upgrading purposes. Katana, we need malachite ore. That becomes a great jaggy one. Malachite, macrolite, glass. I don't really know. Well, let's see. Where can I find the flooded forest? I think is where we can find some macrolite ore. Dropping trickster, no. Save our boat. A Ludroth. So let's kill some Banahbras and gather some ore while we're at it. And then we can save the boat against the Royal Ludroth. I'm going to edit my description, say that. It's useful having a laptop next to you when streaming, so I can stay in the game and like mess with YouTube stuff at the same time. Poison smoke bombs are useful because that gives you that allows you to carve off of the Banahbras instead of them just exploding in midair. Although there is a chance that if you kill them like with a regular weapon they won't explode, but usually they will. My voice is still not gotten any better. Although a lot of people in real life tell me that my voice sounds exactly the same like this as it usually does. So is that true? If anyone's watching, is that actually true? And just checking the stream stuff. That's weird. Oh, that's the view count. I thought that was the message count. Because it said like 2 people and I'm like, wait, what? 2 people said something? But there's nothing in the chat. Noah's views. One of those people is me on my laptop. Some more Maclite ore so we can upgrade our sword. Because this is what this game is about. It's not the most fast-paced of games, let me say that. This is no Mario Maker or anything. It takes a long time to run from area to area. Wait, where am I going? Oh yeah, I'm going to find Banahbras. Oh, that was skills. So this game is really good for like long car rides and stuff. If you have like a 3DS or a PSP, it can have games like this. I definitely recommend them for car rides. Unless you're driving, of course, but obviously if you're driving, you're not going to be playing a video game. Ten monsters left. Because you can burn through time extremely quickly playing this. Like, once you get into the higher levels and you're fighting, Elder Dragons and, like, Rathalos and Rathian and stuff, and Logicrus. Big, scary-looking things, you know. Barroths and Devil Joe and whatnot. You'll be spending a good 40-45 minutes per quest. So, time really flies with this. That is if you're having fun. Other times, if you're just getting wrecked, it's less fun. Or if you're trying to find which area the monster's in because it flew away and you can't find it, that is the worst. That's why I've been collecting paintballs on, well, every quest that I go on. Yeah, kill it. Trasha's so weak right now. Gosh. Banahbras survived getting hit. Usually they don't do that. Usually they're toast. Cha-cha. Remember when I first got this game when I was in middle school? No, I was in elementary school. I was in like 5th grade when I got this. I thought Cha-cha was the like best thing in the world, and also the cutest thing in the world. So bows or bow guns would be really useful during quests like this, because they're always above you. 5 left. Nope, out of my reach still. There we go. What did he say? Float like a bee and sting like a butterfly? Is that what he said? Or did he say how you're supposed to? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Sting like a Banahbra. Paralyze people. Oh, that's cheating. There's a collision box for me. My computer's running the playback at a pretty low resolution. So we're running at 720, just seems lower than that. Maybe because it's like open on the tiny window instead of full screen. Are there any banana bras in here? Nope. Then I guess let's continue on to area 7. There's usually some here. Yep. Although the monster spawning can change depending on what quest you're doing, which is kind of annoying. It'll either make monsters harder to find or easier. I don't know why I messed with the camera there. Banana Bra Wing. So you can make Banana Bra weapons and armor, and the weapons are actually pretty good. If I remember correctly, they always have really good sharpness. And in theory, I only have a couple left. Whoa. I have these smoke bombs, might as well use them. Poof. Cha-cha, don't kill it. Objective completed. Oh, I only had one left. Okay, where's my dude? That's such a giant knife, holy crap. That is a really, really big knife. Bug net is broken. I love how a legitimate game mechanic is catching bugs in a butterfly net. That is a thing in a game called Monster Hunter. Is also like bug catching simulator. We got armor seats, but no demon drug seats. Actually, I should store some stuff. Inventory management in this game is kind of annoying, because after every quest you have to go and put your stuff away. But at the same time, that's more realistic, so whatever. It works, it's just interesting. Can we upgrade our sword now? Nope. Need one more Maclidor. Darn. Well, we can get that while we're fighting a Royal Ludroth. Hi! Save our boat. Where are we? Forest. Okay, good. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I have everything. It's just become ingrained into me to make sure that I buy potions before starting a quest, but she doesn't sell them yet. Mini auction supply Nulberry. I know I won't use that. I should use stuff like the poison knife though. We'll see how much damage he does to me. Hopefully our... Oh, we should have eaten something before starting this. That would probably be pretty helpful. That is going to start out in 4... Yeah. But usually when you do this quest afterwards and there's no cutscene, he will be starting out in Area 2. Usually. But his cutscene is probably in Area 4. That's what I would assume. Just hanging out. Chilling. And that is the Royal Ludroth. Our practice round for the Logicris, basically. Raw. I wonder if there's an Arc mod that adds all of these guys. That would be pretty epic. Gotta admit. Oh, that's what I should do. I should do a Skyrim mod video on, Monster Hunter weapons. Because I bet one exists. Aw, that was cheap. So we're going for his tail in the beginning. Because his tail can be cut off. But only the pointy looking part. Although any hit on his tail will count as a tail hit. But the part that comes off is only the pointy, hard, scaly looking part. so close, it's so far away. And this guy takes a while to swing this sword, just saying. If he was fighting a human, he would get wrecked, because he really shows his movements before he does them. That's why all these monsters are so easy to wreck, because they telegraph their movements like an hour before they do them. Telegraphing, if you don't know, is just like, say if you're sword fighting someone and you take a step forward right before you swing, or right when you swing, that person knows what you're doing now because they saw your foot. And then they can take an action and use your own move against you and win. So, telegraphing is not a good thing unless you're using it to trick them. If you're using it to, like, feint, then it'll be more effective. But this guy telegraphs real badly. Like, look at that. Brings it all like up over his head in a long, swinging, circular motion. He could be a lot more effective with this sword, just saying. Oh, we kill you. Okay, there we go. Our dude is super athletic, by the way. He runs out of stamina super quickly, but look at these rolls. And he can fight for like an infinite amount of time with like some insanely huge weapons. Like the great swords in this game are just like funny huge. They don't make any sense at all. And most of them are like giant slabs of bone or like a lower jaw of something. Or just a huge chunk of triangular shaped steel that they call a sword when really it's not even close to an actual sword would be. Especially a real life greatsword. Because a real life greatsword is actually skinnier. And, well, like, they try to make them as light as possible because they're really long. And they need to be able to be used. And if they weigh 300 pounds and you only weigh like 200 pounds, then all of a sudden, when you swing your sword, it swings you more than you swing it. Because inertia and mass and all that good stuff. So yeah. Giant swords, no go. They can be used, especially if you like gravity do it, but not effectively. And not quickly. Yes. Really. Haha. I would check the audio balance right now. There we go. But that sounded really weird. Me listening to myself, listening to my, like, I don't know, it just sounded weird. Whoa, what is wrong with his foot? I've never noticed his back feet look like that. It's not something I remembered. This is a funky looking back feet. They're just like fins. Huh. Never noticed that before. Oh, yeah. Is he in rage mode? He probably is right now. Is that cat running for me? Oh, jeez. Wow. Suicide bomber. Royal Ludroth tail, which is clearly bigger than me, but I put it in my back pocket because logic. Bounce, bounce. Gotta love sharpness, or the lack of sharpness. Which way is it? Okay, good. Tring. Oh, hello. So I think it's funny that like hammers in this game they have the exact same sharpness standards as cutting weapons. Even though the game does count them differently than cutting weapons. And you can't like cut off a monster's tail using a blunt weapon. But the sharpness mechanic still works with them. So like you'll bounce off of a monster if it's not a certain sharpness. That camera angle wasn't awkward at all. Ooh, I almost went right into that. What is the gravity on this world, I wonder? Oh crap. Cat, I am your friend, not your enemy. Please don't hurt me. Always hungry. That's good. And I'm beaten up. My poor dude is in rough shape. There we go. Where is he? Oh, we're just gonna sit there? Darn it, I missed my chance. Maybe I'll get him later when he's munching on some poor Epion. Yeah. Right under his nose. I don't understand how water damage works. It's like, oh no, you're wet. Stamina now regenerates a lot slower than usual. Because logic. That is why we have a nullberry. Water fighting, yay. Wait, is this the first water fighting monster that we have? I think so. It's not limping yet. Is he hungry? I don't know. I didn't see him eat anything, but his, like, frill thing is back to normal. Wait. You just sit there and let me throw things at you. Oh, nice. We broke his face with that. Is he poisoned? Yes, he's poisoned. And I'm dying. Just stood there and took it. Oh, I hate fighting water. Well, we did fight the Ludroth in water before, but that wasn't a real fight because it's impossible to win. This one, I can actually win. That is if I don't run right into its open mouth. Minor details. No invincibility dive. Okay, now he's limping. Good. We need some Acolyte ore, so. Armor sphere is always good. Like I said, ore is always good. Quick glow jewel is not really always good, but whatever. So he had a tier somewhere. Around here. Somewhere. I'm not seeing anywhere. Whatever. No one in the chat. That's fine. Even though that's what streams are for, really. But of course, to interact with people in the chat, there has to be people watching. And there's the problem. I could try to do Skyrim streams, but those don't really get people either, so I don't know. Oh, crap. But no one wants to listen to me complain about no one watching. Because then, if you are watching, you'll stop, and that's not good. Oh, sweet. Wow. Wow, that might be record time for the first Ludroth of the game, because he didn't even go and sleep. He didn't even make it to Area 8. Area 8 is like his home, basically. Carving away, carving away. Rawr. I'm super high res. 4K, no, just joking, not even close. Hey, mouse. Where's that rock? Here we go. I'll need one more piece of Macalite or Malachite or however it's pronounced. Cha-Cha's angry. Come on. Please, darn it. Quest completed! Yeah! Royal Ludroth down! Yeah. Loading screens. Send out a box. Okay, got a killer beetle from that. That sounds good. We have money again, which is very important because inflation has done a number on this poor world. And we have another boat. Can't remember how we get the third one, but there is a way. Yo, Chief. Kudos, kid, you really came through for us. A boat's just a bunch of planks, but it symbolizes so much more. The larger hunter fleet will keep us going for now, so you can focus on guild quests and training for the Ludroth. I'll make sure the first villager to spot the beast goes straight to you with the news. Oh, speaking of news, the sweetheart at the quest counter wants to talk to you something about a new kind of monster. Yeah, I thought you'd like that, kid. Yeah. So you showed that Royal Ludroth who's boss. The hunting fleet is already sprung to work, and it's all thanks to you, Hunter Cheeks. The guild's taking notice too, I bet. You'll be sending... Wait, no, they'll be sending more requests to hunt large monsters. Just watch. Oh, and get this. You've become super popular in the city. There are even plans to turn you into an action figure. Not. Good one, right? Now, let's say you up with your next on a large monster wandering the sandy plains, Barroth. Well, what kind of monster is a Barroth, you ask? Well, according to my recently revised notebook, Barroth, a brute wyvern living in the sandy plains. Specifics are unknown. Oh, wow. You're not disheartened from the less than helpful description, are you? You expected it not to be helpful? Erg. Not pulling the wool over your eyes. I'll fool you yet, Hunter. Where is he? Leading the charge. There we go. Hunter Barroth. You know, Barroth armor is good and everything. It's actually what I have on my other character. But you need to have a really sharp sword to effectively fight one of these guys. This sword is not. Like, I will have to be sharpening it over and over again through this entire hunt. That's going to be fun. Junior. Oh, there you are, Hunter. Good timing. There's something I have to tell you. I was out patrolling the Monkey Woods when I spotted a Royal Ludroth. That's new one for these parts. I don't know if it's on account of the earthquake or what, but the food chain in the entire forest is out of whack. That means you might start running into Royal Ludroth when you enter the woods, even if you haven't accepted a quest. Consider yourself warned, and check the Mogo forecast regularly. Every bit of preparation helps. Villager requests, we need some cactus flowers and some points. Coreopeko and Gigi stuff and points. Well, let's go get some points. Oh, you won't talk to us again. There you are. I got breaking news and a new request for you. It's the farm, Hunter, the farm! We're going to majorly improve the insect box so we can breed more bugs. Believe it. I told you this was huge news. Just bring the resources and materials and we'll do the rest. I can't wait. I've made a list of everything we need. I know you're busy hunting, but you're talking serious bug business here. Man, he really is into those bugs. So, we need some carpenter bugs. Good stuff. This dude's here. I'll buy from him. Behold, Giant Forest has returned. Nico means cat, my finest crewman trade with Portanzia. Yeah, whatever. Trade, what does he have? Shroom Germ Plus, we need that later. Saturn fertilizes the farm, used to hunt for stored soils. Great. We have like nothing that'll trade for good stuff. I want that sword, by the way. It's like an Alatreon sword. It's like really good. Wow, hon, you really came through for us. I'd hug you if it weren't covered in fish guts. Now that we've got a second boat in the hunting fleet, we can dispatch the boys to 2 places at once. I'll tell you, hon, the village was in a bad spot, but since you got here, things are really looking up. You're a champ. Box. Iron, wheat, birch. Region. Dark waters. Away you go. Region. Dark waters. Away you go. The hunting fleet is not actually that useful. Yeah, you guys got this. Go gather treasure for me. And disappear as soon as you're on your boat. So the world works, right? I can't remember if I was farming anything or not. There's our new and improved, like a little row there, little garden. This farm does not seem big enough to support any population, but whatever. Paddock. Grains, grains, grains! If you're looking to scratch up some energy, then nothing beats grains. It's purred to be pesticide free. Don't be fooled. Just because the crops aren't picture perfect. Sorry, I got skittish and hightailed it away from the earthquake. Shameful, yeah. But from now on, I'll be right here working off, I swear. Change my name? Sure. Oh, there's a lot of names. Tuber. Who doesn't like tubers? He likes grains. What's the thing about grains? Corn is a grain. Oh crap, I pressed the wrong button. Skyrim controls and Monster Hunter controls are the exact opposite, so. There you are, much obliged to you. The guild sent some notice. The guild sent me a notice saying you took care of the herd of Jaggy. Mighty kind of them to do that all formal-like, but I would have preferred a visit from the cute receptionist gal. Anyway, I wanted to give you this bomb casing I made to show my appreciation. A bomb casing on its own is dangerous as a declawed feline, but you can combine it to make all sorts of bombs. For a starter, to distract combining it with a flashbug, something fun like, yeah? You know, Hunter, you're alright. We got our herbs. Still no. Oh, I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to spend my points on anything. There we go. Because we need more of them. And he wants tacos again. Oh my gosh. Hey there. Well, looky here. Another one of my felines comes skulking back to the farm. Now we can grow you even more crops. Great. Be friendly with hired help. So inspire the last feline to hightail it back here. Until then, doing your best on what you do. Oh my gosh, dude. While back, the itinerant cook said to start growing rapscallions, some kind of veggie. His mouth waters thinking of him. Now I'll be able to much dishes made in rapscallions. We leveled up veggies. Brilliant. Ah, finally we can do something. This game is not boring at all. Not in the slightest. So we need points. I'm not even sure if there's any large monsters about. I'm hoping there's going to be some Jaggy, because that would be nice. Oh, it's herbivore breeding today. Okay, we need to kill these things so we can get some cute dung. And we get regular dung from killing regular ones. So actually, let's just kill them. Video games don't make you violent. Lag does. You know, that argument has never... The first argument, the video games make you violent, that's never made any sense to me. Oh, it's freaking card. Nope, I'm good. I'm perfectly fine not fighting Korea pickup. Korea pickups suck. I hate fighting them. They're like one of my least favorite monsters in the entire game. Simply because of their attack pattern. It's really annoying. And we got both of them at the same time. I don't actually need any Jaggy stuff, so I'm not going to be cutting into them. Now I should be cutting into certain things. Oh, sweet. There's great Jaggy. Rawr, rawr. I've been using this the whole time. should have opened with this. We already broke his face, by the way. So, damage is being dealt very quickly here. Still alive, though. Still kicking. But for how long? My goal is to kill him in the same area we're in, but that's not going to happen, because I usually can barely even do that with the Ludroth's sword. Darn it. Rawr. See, that is telegraphing. See, we, like, steps backwards and swings his tail around and, like, gets his feet already. That is really bad telegraphing. That is. Oh, we got him. Sweet. Wow. Doing better than I thought I would. Actually, I don't need anything. That's nice. And hopefully we have the points that we require. I do need some more Maclite ore, so we're going to area 12. Are there any Giggies over here? Because I need some velvety hide. Nope, no Giggies to be found. What's that one? That's bone. Yeah, it's bone. I bet there's going to be Giggies in area 4. Whee! Hi, Ludroths. Is there any shiny stuff in here? No. For me, I guess this game is kind of like words are difficult. Like if I take a break from it for a couple days, then I do a lot better when I play it than if I play it a lot. And for me, that's actually a lot of games have that effect. So like I haven't played this all week, and usually I can't slay Great Shaggy in the same area I find it, but I just did. And we have our Maclite ore. Yeah, Macalite, Machalite, Machalite. Down. You know, if you play this game a lot, like the little sound effects like that actually do have meaning. I want your bomb casing. What the guy wanted us to make was a flash bomb, by the way. No. Service katana requires Barroth stuff. So what's our katana we have right now? This one has green sharpness, right? Wroggi hide, Wroggi fang, Lyceum. Iron Gospel does 363, this is 363. But it's less sharp. Although it does match our armor. So, that's the thing. Equipment. Equip. I also have a switch axe. I used to like those. Let's go and kill some things. My phone is doing things. So, how long has this been going? I think I'm going to call it after we slay the Barroth. I need potions. She's still not selling any. Erg. And it's going to be like, oh, you have to cancel your quest before you can go in your house because that's how this game works. I do not understand that mechanic at all, unless it's a programming thing. But let us take out some potions that I cooked up. Can we combine anything right now? Herbs. I have 34 of them and 7 mushrooms, so I can make some. Not very many. So one person is still watching. Oh yeah, I need to eat for this quest for sure. Pay for meal, use a voucher. Do I have a voucher? Jumbo bread, rapscallion. Yes. And we're gonna get some more maximum health from this. Fine taste, defense increased, feline fire starter and gatherer. Not sure how useful those are going to be, but we're off. And the final hunt of the day. And then after this I'm going to try to record a Skyrim video and also try to improve my voice because I understand that it is not doing so hot right now. Actually, I shouldn't have it on rations, I should have it on first aid meds. So this guy's going to pop up in area 3. And it's probably would have been faster if I took the other way. Although, this way is going to pop me out a lot closer to the end of the area that the Barroth will be, because he's not in the middle, he's much closer to the end that I'm going to. The end that I'm approaching with very little stamina because I'm prepared. This guy looks awesome. So brute wyverns, if you're not aware, are basically they're called theropods, right? Yeah, I'm fairly sure. So like T-Rexes and Raptors, I believe, are called theropods. That's basically what these guys are. I'm going to Google that just to make sure that I'm not using the word theropod incorrectly. Like he doesn't see me. Let's just craft it for a while. Search theropod. Grr. Dinosaur. Yes, I was correct. Okay. So, he's basically a hippo mixed with a theropod. And really likes to do this. This is why we were given Cleanser. And also, his weaknesses change depending on if he has mud on him or not. He's either weak to water or weak to fire, and this depends on if the mud is on or off. But I can't remember which one is which. I just remember that that's a thing. Hi, little bugs. I used to be so afraid of fighting this guy, but after I farmed him for his armor, he's not as scary. Oh man, we have attack up and defense up. And extra health. This is why eating is a thing in this game. Because you want to make yourself have the largest advantage possible. Because you're just one dude. And a little, like, acorn kid thing. Against a T-Rex hippo. So, you need everything that you can get. Ooh. Because T-Rex hippos are known to be very difficult. At least he can't poison you. One sec. So if the mud lands on you, it basically traps you in like a muddy cocoon. Which is why I'm trying to avoid that. Because then there's no fighting. You just like run around and try not to die. Although I believe as soon as he hits you, the cocoon is gone. Yeah. So, like with the Coriopecco, I'm pretty bad about dodging. But I've fought this guy so many times that his pattern is pretty recognizable to me. I know every move that he can do, and usually can guess when he's going to do it. So if I get hit, it's not because I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I'm just bad at playing video games. Such as what just happened. Perfect example of being bad at playing video games. I don't know how the Banana Bros survived that. I didn't survive that. So as I said before, I believe on the Rhinophilus quest... Darn it! Cha-Cha, come at me! Oh, that didn't help. I believe on the Rhinophilus quest, I mentioned what these guys eat, and the Barroth eats the Ultroth, which are the giant ants. And he knocks down their anthills with his face and then eats them. Also, you might be noticing that he can breathe through his like forehead crest thingy mabobber, which is interesting. Also, like, the dirt in this world does not exist apparently, because this guy can burrow underground and like swim at impressive speeds. We should cut off his tail. That should be my objective. Let's cut off his tail. The mud does something to his overall armor effect as well. I bet it raises it. So he's gone, and now he's on the ground. He's going that way. You can see him breathing through his little face holes. And the stream seems to have a little bit of like jitteriness going on, and I don't know what's causing that. It's probably just my internet. That's all that I can think of really, is it'd be the internet. Bombs would be really useful during this quest actually, right now. Also, if I can knock him down by attacking his legs enough, then he will not get his, like, I'm not hungry anymore. Oh, yes, we staggered him. We succeeded. Yes! Now I just need to, oh crap, sharpen my weapon. So, what I just did might seem very, very illogical there. Dodging right into his face, which is hurtling towards me. No, not ration. Mini whetstone. Come on. Mini whetstone. Cha-Cha would be nice to me right now. But as I was saying, me charging at his face had a purpose, and that was there was a small gap between the side of his face and the end of the area. And if I could fit between that, I'd be fine, while there was no other way out, really. And yes, you do need blue sharpness to successfully go through the thing on his face. Did that hit me, or did that just move me? I'm not quite sure. And now, the only mud can fall off of his face, because that's the only spot that has mud on it. So knocking mud off of him is something you definitely want to do. And he has 3 breaking points, other than the mud being knocked off. And you can cut off the end of his tail, you can break his hands, and you can break his face. Obviously, breaking his face is the hardest thing to do. Whew. I feel like I should do research on these monsters before each episode. That's the only thing that I'm good at talking, is just like spilling random facts. Other just like general narration? No, not really. That's why I don't do that many Let's Plays. And that's why the small amounts of Let's Play like things I've done have not been that successful, really. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to roar. Man, we're wrecking him. Ta-da! And off with your tail. And that was satisfying. This game is really satisfying, by the way. Like, the animation combined with the sound, combined with, like, you can feel yourself getting better at it, right? Because this is a lot like Dark Souls, where, like, in Skyrim, like I've said before, you just kind of, like, swing your baseball bat around, and, oh crap, do I have any? You just kind of, like, swing your baseball bat around, and that's about it. This, though, there's actual skill involved. There's actual strategy and dodging, and the monsters messing up royally when they had a perfect chance to kill you. And you get better at it. Like, you get better weapons and armor, but you yourself get better at playing the game. Which is nice. A lot of newer games aren't like that. But the game that I really want to get, which is Kingdom Come Deliverance, everyone knows of that game, but the game that I want to get, it, from what I can tell, has the same sort of effect where, like, the combat is very different and more involved than other combats in other games. So, you as a person get better at playing the game as well as your character getting better equipped. And also your character gets better as well. Like, he starts out not even knowing how to read. easy. Hopefully this isn't causing our stream to be too short. But this has been a piece of cake. I was going to say my stamina hasn't even got down, but then I realized I accidentally ate a ration, so it's not exactly true. And I know that the Jaggy armor does not have very good defense, which is the reason why I made sure to eat beforehand. That's why you cut off their tail, by the way. Otherwise, I would have been done for right there. And always aim for the legs. Because if you hit their legs, they can stumble just like you just did. And you want that. Yeah, reach for the win. Come on, just die already. Getting cocky now. I think you actually need Fertile Month or something. See, there, the dodging right into him strategy worked. So, I'm not crazy. It just doesn't work in some situations and does in others. The camera is usually controlled with the D-pad, but the way I have it set up, the camera is controlled with, like, the joystick. So, I can accidentally make it lower. You might have noticed that he only did 2 tail swings, that he has only ever done 2 tail swings this entire quest. Which is why I can get right up in next to him and not worry about getting my face bludgeoned in by his tail. Sweet, we needed shells for that sword. But I'm probably going to focus on getting his armor first. Now one of those reasons is his armor, other than having a really high defense, especially compared to the armor I'm wearing right now, his armor is strong against lightning. Nah, Ross seems really huge. I think it would be scary in real life. It would be really scary in real life. Running around. Is there anything I can gather here? Is there any, like, bugs or anything? I think there's something over here. But I've probably wasted too much time already. Yep. Whoa, those rocks seem way higher res than the ground. I just realized that. Those rocks look really good. Send to item box. Barroth Ridge. Yes, we got a bunch of barrel shells. Got more fertile mud. We got this for cutting off his tail, probably. He was fairly average. Sorry for that. Oh, Choch has something to say, okay. Ooga ooga, idea for new mask, Urgle Gurgle, into Chocha's brain like Tsunami Laka. Finely crafted mask, make it big shaka, stimulation to appetite. Hunter, tummy rumble. Chocha will leave the plans of the village chief, so he just wants to make like a cooking spit on his head. Oh wow, he's got it a lot. Nice. Bone spawn medium, Banabra spawn, that's nice. That's nice. Chocha's valor has increased. He's learned stun, he's learned attack boost, he's learned defense boost, he's learned a lot. And now we have one ice attack, eh? No, I usually just roll him just straight up attack boost. Here his stats. So his attack is now 112, his defense is 36. Wow. Dances. We cannot change his dances. That's all we can talk to Chocha about. Of course, everyone wants to talk to us. There's probably going to be an urgent quest or something. Thanks for coming. Our little rugrat Chakubaku, or whatever his name's called, brought me plans for a new mask. Yeah. And here we can do this. No, we can't. We need to hunt report. Send to item box. Supersized dong. Regular dong. Some more stuff. Now we can build a request. And we still don't have enough, really? Really? Well then. Gotta make sure that no one immediately needs to talk to me other than the guild person. Welcome back. Nice work burying that Barroth. Sent off another letter recommendation for you and your trusty Elias and me. We should hear back soon. If all goes well, you'll be approved to hunt in a new region. Isn't that exciting? Go pack your bags. Actually, why don't you relax for now? Soak in some hot springs. Get a Moga-style massage. Haha. You've already got more work. Next up, Gooble. These suckers are large leviathans living in the flooded forest. Don't need a book to tell you that. Why am I not using my notes? I went a little crazy while writing them. The lines got so small that I can't read a lick of it anymore. Bummer, right? You know how much info I can give you today. Diddly squat. How'd you like that instant, decisive answer? I should get into management. So, urgent quest, an ancient investigation. Hunt a Gooble. It's hard to say exactly what happened. The fog was just so thick. I remember a flash, and then the ship cracked open. We lost every head of cattle. The culprit must be out there. Mind taking a look? I hate these things. It's fine. So, in the next episode, and by that I mean next weekend, we shall fight a Gooble. Or Gobble, whatever they're called. It's probably called Gobble, actually. And it's not going to be absolutely horrible in theory. But until that one, goodbye. Very energetic, wavy, goodbye.